And we're underway on the track with the hurdle action. As usual, top seeds in the middle of the track. And that one goes to the form chart. Bianca McMillan from the United Tamil Sports Club. Fastest seed coming in here, first at the finish line for her, so no surprise, 9.26. And again, advancement here, top three will be automatic. And then everyone else, the 7 others to join in the final will be on time. So McMillan gets the win, 9.26. It's Isla Hart from the Edge Sport Club in second, 9.50. Kaylin Shea in third, 9.70. So those three will get the auto spots. Everyone else will have to sit down and see what happens in the other 2 heats here to see if they will advance through to the semifinals. But congratulations to McMillan, Hart, and Shea. They are for sure through to that semifinal coming up later on this morning. Those semifinals get underway at 10:45.
Quick update from the indoor weight throw. Through 2 rounds in the U18 category, your event leader continues to be Tara Garrett-Jalou, 1583 from the first round, followed by Savannah Rogers, 1470 from the second round. She's from Thorold Elite, and Reese Fitzgibbon opening her account with a 1324 throw in the second round.
For heat 2 here in the U16 girls 60-meter hurdles preliminary round. They're at the start line and under the starters' orders. And we're underway. It's a good start. Avon Blackwood in lane 4, first to the first hurdle, getting the challenge from Ayan Dantrai, but it is Blackwood who will get to the line first. Blackwood doing double duty here. We'll be seeing her in the U18 60-meter dash final as well. So Blackwood will get the win here, 8.90. It is Danya Ayantarai from United Tamil Sports Club who will be second. Tegan Castleman will be third. So those 3 will get the auto advance spots. Everyone else is going to have to wait around to see what happens in this final section coming up. But the bubble time is 11.0 at this stage. You'll need to go faster than that to get a spot in the final. Heat number 3. Coming out on the track and getting ready to go.
Over at the men's high jump, the bars are 1.85 meters. 3 athletes already over. 1 athlete over the bar, 1.85. That's Bernavin Balaramana just successfully clearing. He's your current leader. In second place, Joshua Spence, by virtue of a first time of clearance at 1.80 meters. And Isidore Kennedy from Royal City Athletics, also over 1.80 meters. Fitzgibbon of the Hamilton Olympic Club. That's her best throw thus far.
Thank you for that, Rich. Track is closed now, and we now are awaiting the start for the third of 3 preliminary rounds here in the U18 girls 60-meter hurdles. Over to the start.
Let's go, Savannah!
And we're away. Keep your eye on lane 3. Maeva Scipio, #1 ranked coming in here, and it is Scipio skipping away from the field there, and she will definitely take the win. Scipio comes in here with a seasonal seed time of 8.79. She's already been a winner here at the meet, showing her versatility, winning the 400 meters yesterday. 8.85, the winning time for Scipio. Quinn Wilson will end up in second place. Isabel Mills in third. So they'll get the auto qualifying spot. So if we look at the 8 or the 16 who will advance through, it is Scipio who will lead all qualifiers at 8.85. And we look down the list, it was 10.46 that you needed to run to make it through to the final. Caitlin Robinson from Laurel Creek Track and Field Club, the final hurdler through to the semifinals at 10.46. And again, those semifinals for the hurdles coming up later on in the program.
That was Adelaide Turland, her third round throw for the U18 weight throw. Meanwhile, let's update the standings in the senior women's. In first place with a throw of 18.72.
We are ready for heat #1 in the senior women's 60-meter hurdle preliminary round. They're behind the starting blocks and ready to go. Over to you, Mr. Starter. keep your eyes on lane 3 and 4. Sheila Collier and Kendra Leger, and that was expected to be a battle between the two of them, two of the top seeds coming in here, and that lived up to their expectations. Leger winning that battle, 8.43. Collier second in 8.67. Caitlin Gravel in third at 9.45, so they will get the auto qualifying spots. Two here in the senior women's 60-meter hurdle preliminary round. Over to you, Mr. Starter. And we're away. Always look who is first to the first hurdle, and it is Kira Montac. And now Logan coming on. Aaliyah Logan just to her right, and the two Speed Academy hurdlers go 1-2. No surprise, that was going exactly to the form chart. Logan and Montac 1-2, 8.38 for Aaliyah Logan. And Kira Montac 8.57. Sarah Soldato runs smartly, coming in at just over 9 seconds to get the third auto qualifying spot. Bubble time sits at They're now ready for the start in this third of 3 preliminary rounds in the open women's 60-meter hurdles. Over to you, Mr. Starter. And we're underway, and Miriam Abdul Rashid has one of the best starts in the business. First to the first hurdle, Abdul Rashid looking really good, and very business-like work for the Paris Olympian. Comes through with a nice win there. Her personal best 7.99. Well outside of that at 8.47, but gets the job done, will advance. Jordan Scott had a titanic battle in the middle of the track with Madison Gravel, the two of them separated by just 1/100th of a second, but it is Scott who will be in second, Gravel in third. They'll get the auto qualifying spots, and everyone else will contemplate a time advancement. So this is the way it shapes up after the preliminary round. Aaliyah Logan will lead all qualifiers at 8.38, and then we look down the list. And in 16th place, Claudia Folkens, 10.10. And everyone in between there will advance through to the semifinals. The U18 men's 60-meter hurdle, slight adjustment of the height of the hurdles and the positioning of the hurdles. Advancement here will be the same. We're going to have 3 heats, so 16 will advance through, top 3 in each heat. Next 7 fastest times. The U18 Ontario indoor record is held by Joseph Daniels, 7.85, and heat 1 all set up on the track and ready to go. Track is closed, so I'm going to hand things over to the starter. Over to you, Madam Starter.
And while they reset that race, that is Hans Lafleur over the bar successfully on his second attempt at 1 meter 94, which makes 3. Hans Lafleur currently in third, second attempt clearance.
And we're underway with a good start. Always look to see who is first to the first hurdle. That is Nixon Scarlett from Thorold Elite. Great lead leg. Good hip flexibility from Scarlett. And he will be first to the finish line as well. First to the first hurdle. 8.35. Had the fastest seed time in that particular hit. 5th seed coming on into the competition. And we are underway. Keep your eye on lane 4 and 3. That is where the top seeds are set up. That is Chapman, Nicole Chapman, and Naeem Foster. And Cole Chapman gets there just ahead of Foster. Photo finish. They went to the thousandth of a second to separate the two of them. With point, they'll both advance through. It's Duncan Glassford who comes through the fracas to get the third auto qualifying spot. So Chapman, Foster, Glassford for sure through to the finals, or semifinals, I should say.
4 rounds complete at the girls U18 weight throw. Event leader continues to be Annalie Turlin, 15-16, 16-33 from the third round. By Tara Garachalu in their opening round throw of 15-83, and Savannah Rogers from Laurel de Lee holding down the bronze medal position after 4 rounds, 14-70 from the second round.
Key things to look for when you're looking for top level hurdling form, obviously getting that lead leg up nice and high over the hurdle, and then getting that lead leg back down on the ground. And it's the 3 quick steps. Ready for this third heat in the U18 boys 60-meter hurdles qualification round. Over to you, Madam Start. And we're away. It's a good start for Spence in lane 5. That's Sebastian Spence, one of the favorites here, but he's being challenged here as they go to the line. That is a close one. Downing, William Downing, Edgar Mirapiza, and Sebastian Spence all leading in big time at the finish. And it is Mirapiza who ekes out a win. We saw him in the 400 as well. He finished third in the 400, so good meet for the versatile Edgar Mirapiza. 8.32. And that's a personal best or a seasonal best for Mirapiza. And they're still waiting to sort out. That was so close between Sebastian Spence and Will Downing. Spence in second, 8.35, hundredths of a second later, William Downing. So they will get the automatic spots, those 3. Great run again by Edgar Mirapiza, running a significant personal best or seasonal best to take the win there. So Mirapiza will be on top of the leaderboard at 8.32, fastest in qualifying here.
could go from third to winning the competition with this next jump.
Next action on the track will be the qualification round in the senior and open men's 60-meter hurdles. Hurdle heights have been raised to just over 1 meter, 1.067 meters. We have one competitor. He is at the start and ready to go. We're going to hand things over to the starter to get things underway.
Yeah, and that's what she said.
Jacob Hale will be taking on the hurdles solo. And these are tall. Those hurdles are tough to get over 1 meter. So Pale will record a time of 9.88. A little bit off of his seasonal best, personal best of 8.51, but nonetheless that's a good time that he's laid down. And ready to go. These are the lane assignments for the finals. In lane 1 from Speed Academy Athletics, Maya Brown. In lane 2 from Lakehead Running, Addison Magur. In lane 3 from Speed Academy Athletics, Ariana Buckland. In lane 4, she had the fastest time all the way through the semifinals from South Simcoe Dufferin Track and Field Club, number 2 ranked coming into the meet, Sarah Cruikshank. In lane 5, doing double duty here. We'll see her in the sprint hurdles finals coming up shortly as well. She ran 7.85 in the semifinals to get through to the final. Avon Blackwood. In lane 6 from Gatineau, Quebec, one of the visiting athletes from Quebec, number 1 ranked seasonally coming in here with a 7.76 time, to her clocking Athea Faye Tapa. In lane 7 from South Simcoe Dufferin Track and Field Club, Audrey Rose Mozzato. And running outside in lane 8, running unattached from Ontario, Tiana Wiles. Your field for the U18 girls 60-meter final. And we're underway. They've made a long journey to get here through to the final. Looks really close. It is in the middle of the track. It is Cruikshank. She looked great in qualifying and in the semifinals. And Sarah Cruikshank, by my eye, got the win there. Great running from the South Simcoe Dufferin Track and Field sprinter Sarah Cruikshank.
And competition has concluded at the U18 women's girls weight throw. That last throw, Adelaide Turler was a foul, but in spite of that, she is your gold medalist and Ontario champion, followed by Tara Garrett-Chalou and Savannah Rogers. We would ask those athletes, once they are debriefed by officials, to make their way to the medal presentation area. She's in 4th place.
We are looking at the photo finish from the previous race to sort things out, but while they're doing that, let's move on to the U18 men's 60-meter dash final. This is the way they will line up. In lane 1 from Rural City Athletic Club, Jaden Lang. From Brampton Track, in lane 2, David Wisdom. From the Thorl Elite Track Club, in lane 3, Samiki Thomas. In lane 4, from Track North Athletic Club, Francis Mallory. In lane 5, running unattached, Andre Bell. In lane 6, another Thorl Elite Sprinter, number 1 ranked seasonally, coming in here, OFSA podium placer last spring in the 100 meters in the junior boys category, Lemanuel Straku Antwi. In lane 7, from the Ottawa Lions, Alexander Forsley. And running outside, in lane 8, representing the Mississauga Track and Field Club, Zaid Betty. Your field for the U18 boys 60-meter final. And we're away. It's a clean start. Everyone looking good. Keep your eye on lane 7. And there it is. It's actually lane 6. It is Lemanuel Straku Antwi with another win. What a massive improvement this young sprinter has made in the last 6 months. All the way from 3rd place at OFSA, winning provincial championships here. Lemanuel Straku Antwi, 6.90 to take the win. A sub-7 second clocking, impressive for these young sprinters. Is Andre Bell, who will be 2nd, and Samiki Thomas in 3rd at 7.09. That will unofficially be your podium in the U18 boys 60-meter final. Congratulations to Emmanuel Straku Antwi for taking the win here at the Ontario Indoor U18 Championships.
And with that final throw, Michaela Scarlett, in spite of that foul, will be your gold medalist and senior champion in the women's indoor weight throw. Unofficially, Michaela Scarlett, 19 meters 83 for gold. Elizabeth Spuzak, 17.06 from the final round for silver. And Blair Rickard, 13.51 for bronze. We would ask those athletes, once they are debriefed by officials, to make their way to the medal presentation area. And in the meantime, we're looking for Hans LaFleur to make your way to the medal presentation area. We'd like to give you your high jump gold medal. We have our high jump medalists to the awards presentation area. We'd like to do some medal presentations.
All right, looks like we are now ready for the open women's 60-meter hurdle final. This is your field. In lane 1 from the Speed Academy, Jasmine Lewis. In lane 2 from the Hamilton Olympic Club, Victoria Zololantric. In lane 3, another Speed Academy sprinter, Elizabeth Tanis. In lane 4, she had the fastest time through the qualifications round to get here through to the finals, running unattached, Onomi Gimbinji. In lane 5, representing the Masters of Speed and potentially going for a Masters national record here in this final, Paula Sukowicka. In lane 6, from Air Blast Offline, Melina Dorian. In lane 7, running unattached, from Ontario, Saria Dakin. And outside, in lane 8, representing the London Western Track and Field Club, Elliot Nash. Your field for the women's 60-meter dash final. And we're underway. It's a fast start for Gimbinji, but Sukowicka is right with her. Also going well is Dorian, and it's really close at the finish. It was Elizabeth Tanis coming through at the end, 7.49. A win for Tanis. Gimbinji, 7.52. Victoria Zoltadrik at third at 7.56, and Paula Sukowicka just off of the podium, 7.61. She was going for a possible Canadian Masters record, but a little bit off her qualification time coming through here. Elizabeth Tanis comes from the back of the pack, if you will, if you can, in a 60-meter race to win the Ontario Open 60-meter final for the Speed Academy Athletics Club. 7.49 the winning time. Onimi Gimbinji, really the favorite coming in here, finishing up in second. And Victoria Zololantric from Hamilton Olympic Club in third. Unofficially, that is your podium in the women's 60-meter dash final.
And speaking of podium, your attention once again to the medal presentation area for the presentation of medals in the men's senior high jump. Bronze medalist with a jump of 1.94 m from Quinny Legion Track and Field, Joshua Thomas. Silver medalist with a jump of 1.94 m, Brenovan Balaramana. And gold medalist and provincial Ontario champion with a jump of 1.98 m from Kenai Athletics, Hans Lafleur.
Controller.
to decide who is the fastest man in Ontario so far this indoor track and field season. It is time for the men's 60-meter dash final. The battle of the Titans here. This is your field. Lining up in lane 1 from Eclipse Track, it is Brandon Letts. In lane 2 from Brampton Track and Field, Peter Opoku, already been on the podium once here. Can he get on it a second time at the meet? In lane 3 from Limitless Era Track and Field, it is Melishek Baptiste from the University of Toronto Track and Field Club. He looked fantastic in qualifying, coming through here to the final. In lane 4, Stephen Ambosi. In lane 5 from Cannes Athletics, he was a double bronze medalist outdoors in the 100 and the 200 meters at the national championships last year. Fastest time in qualifying, coming through here through to the final, Elizer Adejibi. In lane 6 from Lakehead Running, he was the OUA indoor champion last year in 2025 over 60 meters, Nico Doros. In lane 7, the veteran from LaSalle Athletics, oldest man in the final, Lionel Tishmanga Muntiba. In lane 8 from Extreme Velocity, Olopolami Onorinde. Your field for the men's 60-meter final. And we're away. Looks like Baptiste in lane 3, a scratch. Here we go. Great start from Letts. It's close in the middle of the track, and it is Adejibi. This one goes to the form chart. Adejibi fastest in qualifying. Definitely by my eye, first to the finish line, 6.70. The winning time. He goes a bit faster than he did in the qualifying rounds. Into Bosi coming through in second, very close in the middle of the track. Opoku in third place, 6.86. Unofficially, that is your podium. The defending OUA champion, Nico Dos, in fourth, just off the podium. 1/1000th of a second between Opoku and Dos, separating that final spot on the podium. Let's, after that great start, pushed back to 5th place. So your podium again, unofficially, Elizer Adejibi from Cannes Athletics, the gold medalist, Stephen Ambosi in second, and Peter Opoku in third, your bronze medalist. Wow, great action in the 60-meter sprint finals. Our hurdle crew will set up the sprint straightaway once again for our hurdles finals. We will have A and B finals here in the sprint hurdles finals coming up. And wherever Rich is, I'm going to throw things back to him for updates on what's going on in the field. or sorry, the A final, the fastest will run the second in each of the age categories. So U18 girls, then the open and senior women, and then the U18 boys, and the senior men. Although, as I say that, the senior men's hurdle medal was just handed out by Rich, so we will not have a final for the senior men. There was only one contestant, and he's already received his medal.
We'd like to start calling the 60-meter medalists, in particular the girls U18 medalists. We'd like to get you to the medal presentation here so we can give you your hardware. Specifically, I'm looking for Sarah Cruikshank, David Blackwood, and Ariana Buckland. Et aussi, on cherche Athéa Tapa, Gatineau. Présentez-vous, veuillez vous présenter au secteur de cérémonie de remise de médailles de tout de suite. Je vais vous rendre vos médailles.
Send me the location. This year about vacation. Flight catching, train dating. Shooting a nigga off probation. Boyfriend on the way. I just said no. What wishing the ranges.
Shelby cuddles me. Today this week.
And this is the way they will be lining up. Lanes 1 to 8
She doesn't have any food.
is the way I'll introduce them. It's been a busy morning for some of these athletes doing dual duty in the sprint hurdles and the 60-meter finals.
Oh, just one up. Let me see if I can.
All right, here's the field for the B final here, and the U18 girls 60-meter hurdles. In lane 1 from Royal Creek Track and Field, Caitlin Robinson. In lane 2 from the London Legion Track and Field Alliance, Holly Tishpasu. In lane 3 from Invictus Athletics Club, Kaylin Shea. In lane 4 from the Quinty Legion Track and Field Club, Charlie Sage. In lane 5 from the Eclipse Track and Field Club, Jaden Robinson. In lane 6 from the Edge Sport Track Club, Isla Hart. In lane 7 from Lakehead Running, Malaya Sutton. And in lane 8 on the outside from Quest Sports Track and Field Club, Lucy Guy. Your field for the B final in the U18 girls 60-meter hurdles.
On your mark.
No, hold on.
And we're away. A telltale sign is who is first in the first hurdle. It is Isla Hart who is there first, but now it's Robinson coming on strong, right next to her. And I think with a big lead in there, Jaden Robinson may have got the way to beat. She did at 9.36. Charlie Sage in second. Isla Hart, great start for Hart, but faded over the final 2 hurdles to the line. So those will be the top 3 here in the B final. Jaden Robinson in the 9th. Charlie Sage 10th. And Isla Hart 12th in the order. The rest of the times and the places there for you to see.
We are looking for our medalists in the U18 girls 100 meters. Specifically, we're looking for Sarah Cruikshank and Ariana Buckland, I should say. Ariana Buckland and Sarah Cruikshank lead the way to the medal presentation area. We'd like to give you your hardware in the U18 girls 60 meters.
Girls 60-meter hurdles. This is the field in lane 1 from London Western Track and Field Club, Isabella Mills. From the Edge Sport Track and Field Club, Quinn Wilson. In lane 3 from Speed Academy Athletics. She has already won a medal here, winning a silver medal in the 60-meter dash just a short while ago. Avon Blackwood. In lane 4 from the Thorold Elite Track Club. She was the winner of the time 400-meter final in the U18 girls yesterday. Meva Scipio. In lane 5 from the United Tamil Sports Club, Bianca McMillan. In lane 6 from the United Tamil Sports Club, hurdler Dania Ayathandre. In lane 7 from the Monte Cristo Track and Field Club, Alex Mohart. And outside, in lane 8 from the Ottawa Lions, Tegan Castleman. Your field for the A final. 16 girls 60-meter hurdles. The second gun goes, so We'll have a restart.
Lane 8.
That's an immediate call on a false start on Tegan Castleman, unfortunately, from Auto Alliance. So Castleman will step aside, and the other 7 will step back into the blocks.
On your mark.
This time we're away. It's even Blackwood, first of the first hurdle. Scipio moving with her. And at the line, it is Scipio from the Thor, the Elite Track Club, who will get the win by my eye there. And just confirming that it is indeed Scipio with the win. 7-3 Blackwood in second, a great run from Ganya Ayantha United Temple Sports Club in third place. That'll be your podium in the U18 girls 16-meter final. Rich.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once again to the medal presentation and the girls U18
So it's a step.
we have
No, it's like,
two bronze medalists, and that's the from
yeah, like the start. So you're just like trying to get your stuff out.
Silver medalist with a time of 7.87 seconds from Speed Academy Athletics. We think she's caught her breath. She just finished running the hurdle. This is Avon Blackwood.
Yeah.
Gold medalist and provincial champion with a time of 7.75 seconds from South Simcoe Dufferin Track and Field Club, Sarah Richmond. At this time, we would ask all other medalists in the 60 meters to please make their way to the medal presentation area. That's women's senior, men's U18, and men's senior. We'd like to give you your medals as soon as possible, because we all know that many of you have the 200 meters to run this afternoon. We'd like to get you out of here somewhere maybe a little bit warmer.
Thank you for that, Rich. Indeed, a reminder that you finished on the podium in your event. Check in with Rich at the podium and presentation area. This is adjacent to the closed sector. Moving on to our women's senior and open women's 60-meter hurdles class. You can see it format here. A B and an A. Moving to B final first. Settle places 9 through 16 on the A final coming up after that.
Just before the start of that race, we're going to do one more medal presentation. It's the women's senior 60 meters. Your attention to the medal presentation area for the presentation of medals in the women's senior 60 meters. Bronze medalist with a time of 7.56 seconds from the Hamilton Olympic Club, Victoria Zoltaria. Silver medalist with a time of 7.52, Onome Ikeniche. And gold medalist and provincial champion with a time of 7.49, seconds. From Speed Academy Athletics, Elizabeth Ennis.
Thank you, Rick, for that. Congratulations to the podium placers. Let's introduce the field now for the B final in the senior women's 60-meter hurdle finals. In lane 1 from the Hamilton Olympic Club, Claudia Folkens. In lane 2 from the Blue Devils Athletic Club, Yuka DeLonge. In lane 3, running unattached, Morgan Shaw. In lane 4 from Air Blastoff line, Amanda Simcox. In lane 5 from the Windsor Essex Athletics Club, Caitlin Graval. In lane 6 from London Legion Track and Field Alliance, Naomi Byam. In lane 7 from the University of Toronto Track Club, Gray Guzman. And in lane 8 from St. Thomas Track and Field Club, Danica Kober. Your field for the B final in the senior and open women's 60-meter hurdles.
I know, until it's done.
On your mark.
Yeah.
And we'll away with a good start. It's a telltale sign who is first in the first hurdle. And that is Amanda Simcox. But wow, look at that, coming up strong. That is Naomi Byam, who came from way back to really exert her superior hurdling form over the final few hurdles to get the win there at 8.92. Caitlin Graval in second, and Simcox, after that great start from Air Blastoff Lion, ends up in third place. So they go 1, 2, 3 here in the B final for places 9, 10, and 12 in the order. Rest of the athletes and the times for you to see on the time board.
Field for our 11 o'clock field event, it's the U18 Boys High Jump. Here are your competitors from the United Tamil Sports Club. Bronze medalist with a time of 7.09 seconds from the Golden League Track Club, Samaki Thomas. Silver medalist with a time of 7.06 seconds, Andre Bell. And gold medalist and Ontario champion with a time of 6.90 seconds from the Golden League Track Club, Lemuel Saraku-Antwi.
Thank you for that, Rich. Congratulations to all the podium placers. Just a PSA, all 200-meter competitors, we do need you to declare if you are running. We get to this stage in the meet, and we might have some scratches by this point. We don't want to have empty lanes, and we might have to compress some of the heat. So if you wouldn't mind declaring whether you're running or not in the 200, that would be fantastic. It's coming up later on in the program today. All right, it's time for the A final in our senior women's open 60-meter hurdles. Let's meet the field. Running in lane 1 from the Windsor Essex Athletics Club, Madison Gravel. In lane 2 from the Speed Academy Athletics Club, Jordan Scott. In lane 3, also from the Speed Academy Athletics Club, Kira Montag. in lane 4, running unattached with the fastest time qualifying, coming in through to the final, Kendra Leger. In lane 5, she is a 2-time Canadian outdoor champion in the sprint hurdles, an Olympic semi-finalist for the Paris Olympics, and number 3 all-time outdoors in Canada in the 100-meter hurdles. From the Speed Academy, Miriam Abdul Rashid. In lane 6, also from the Speed Academy Athletics, Alea Logan. In lane 7, running unattached from Ontario, Sheila Collier. Running outside in lane 8, another unattached athlete, Sarah Saldato. This is your field for the senior women's 60-meter hurdles final.
I can't talk. I have to call you back. You have to leave me a voice note. I have to go. Okay? Can't talk.
Starters asked them to stand up, so must have been some issue with the setup on the line. So green card to the field, and a little reset and a reload. Back to you, Mr. Starter. And we're away this time. It's a good one. Abdul Rashid first in the first hurdle. And here comes Leger coming on strong. Abdul Rashid leading in. And I think it was Alea Logan possibly in there in the mix with Leger. Battling out for second and third. And it is Logan who just outleans Leger for third. Abdul Rashid will take another title after her lengthy Palmares with a win here at the Ontario Indoor Championships. 8.10 is the winning time for Abdul Rashid. Logan in second, as noted. Leger in third. That will be your podium in the senior and open women's 60-meter hurdles final. Miriam Abdul Rashid, Alea Logan, and Kendra Leger. What a great race that was, and what a pleasure to watch. One of Canada's greatest sprint hurdlers of all time strut her stuff here at the Ontario Championships, Miriam Abdul Rashid.
In the senior men's 60 meters. Bronze medalist from the Brampton Track Club with a time of 6.86 seconds, Peter Opoku. Silver medal with a time of 6.78 seconds from the University of Toronto Track Club, Stephen Abosi. The gold medalist and Ontario champion with a time of 6.70 seconds from Kenai Athletics, Eliza Adjabi. We would ask at this time that hurdle medalists make their way to the medal presentation area as well. Our hurdles medalists.
Next up on the track, the U18 boys 60-meter hurdles final. Same format here. We're going to have a A and a B final. The B final will be first. They moved the hurdles up to 0.9 meters and adjusted the location for them on the track. I believe we'll be allowing some time for some stride outs before we formally get going. The B final, as noted, will go first, and then the A final, and that should be an interesting one. We've had some super close action in the preliminary rounds to get through to the final here. Maybe one of the tightest battles, at least on time, we're going to see on the sprint straightaway, potentially showing up in that A final coming up in a few minutes time. But we're going to have the B final first, settling places 9 through 16. Thank you everyone for coming on out. Coaches, moms, dads, friends, fans, family members for the Ontario U18 and Senior Open Championships. We'd like to thank our premier partners on the Government of Ontario and Access Storage, as well as our partners and suppliers Lynx, Surge Technical Apparel, and Dolphin Gaming. All right, looks like we now are ready for the B final. Let's meet the contestants in lane 1, running for Willow Creek Track and Field Club, Arden Lee. From the Peterborough Legion Track and Field Club, running lane 2, Jack Reed. In lane 3 from Maximus Performance, Joe Reed. In lane 4 from Laurel Creek Track and Field Club, Declan List. In lane 5, running on attach, Gordon Fennell. In lane 6, another Laurel Creek Track and Field Club hurdler, Noah Jansen. In lane 7 from the World City Athletic Club, Harrison Tunnicliffe. In lane 8 from the Laurel Creek Track and Field Club as well, Jonah Walker. This is your field for the B final in the U18 boys 60-meter hurdles. Starters asked them to stand up, and might have been an issue with encroachment on the line. I was talking about how close the qualifying was in the A final. It was also pretty tight amongst 3 or 4 of the qualifiers here in the B final. Green card for the field. guys on lane 3, 4, and 6. Over to you, Madam Starter. And we're away. First of the first hurdle, that's Joe Reed. He's out to a great start. Could be some pressure coming late. Just to his right from List, but it is a Reed. Joe Reed, that is. We have 2 Reeds in that final. Spelled differently, but by my eyes, Joe Reed gets the win. List in second. Pennell runs well to get the bronze, or sorry, third place there. It would be 11th place overall. Joe Reed runs 8.88 to take the win there. Liskin at 9:05. Fennell in third, 9.12. Nice progression of Joe Reed to go under 9 faster than he did in the qualification round.
While we set up for this next heat, it's my pleasure to introduce the competitors in the combined girls U18 and open women's shot put competition. Your attention to the pro sector. From Brampton.
Through the preliminary rounds to get through here to the final. These are the lane assignments. London Western Track and Field Club's Zenith Roach will be in lane 1. In lane 2 from the London Legion Track and Field Club, Cole Chapman. In lane 3 from the St. Thomas Legion Track and Field Club, William Downing. In lane 4 from the Forward Fleet Track Club, Nixon Scarlett. In lane 5, he had the fastest qualifying time in 8.32, coming through here to the final from the Speed Academy Athletics Club, Edgar Mirapiza. In lane 6 from the Flying Angels Academy, it is Sebastian Spence. In lane 7 from the Hamilton Olympic Club, Dan Foster. And running in lane 8, running unattached from Ontario, Duncan Glassford. This is your field for the 8th final in the U18 boys 60-meter hurdles.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
And we're underway. This one was almost too close to call in terms of qualifying times coming in. Nixon Scarlett with an early lead, and out comes Mirapiza. And at the line, it was super super close. It's Mara Pisa with the win, 8.19. This kid's on fire here at the meet. Goodness me, that was close. William Towning in second, Ian Foster in third. Scarlett, after an explosive start and first to the first hurdle, fades to fourth, but Edgar Mara Pisa is your U18 boys 60-meter hurdle champion here at the Ontario Championships, 8.19. I believe he has lowered his personal best here at the meet by 0.3 of a second. That is significant in a race this short and this fast. Congratulations also to William Downing in second and Ian Foster in third. So unofficially a podium here in the U18 boys 60-meter hurdles. Edgar Mara Pisa, William Downing, and Ian Foster.
Your attention once again to the medal presentation area for the presentation of medals in the girls U18 60-meter hurdle event. Bronze medalist from the United Camel Sports Club with a time of 9.09 seconds, Tanya Aitadarai. Silver medalist with a time of 8.98 seconds from the Speed Academy, Avon Blackwood. And gold medalist and Ontario champion, médaille d'or et champion d'Ontario avec le temps de 8 secondes 73 with a time of 8.73 seconds from the Thorold Elite Track Club, Maiva Scipio.
Thank you, Rich, and again, congratulations to podium placers. Thank you to hurdle crew for getting the track cleared. Next action on the track is going to be the 3,000-meter run. Just a reminder to all 200-meter sprinters, you must declare whether or not you are going to be entering the competition. We do get to this time of the meet, and we often do have to deal with a lot of scratches. So if we can compress the rounds and do less meets than more, we would really appreciate that. So we can keep the meet moving along sharply and on time. We don't want to finish up as on time as we can. Today we do not have an official track break, although technically we've got about a 20-minute break right now until we start the 3,000 at 11:30. That is the scheduled start time for the U18 girls 3,000-meter run.
Over at the U18 high jump, bars are 1.70 m. 2 athletes already over the bar. The event leader is Dylan Nansen, who just came into the competition at 170. He's tied with Perez Kamakarit, who's got a clean card up to that 170 height. Again, doesn't matter how many attempts you make, it's number of misses. So in spite of the fact that Perez Kamakarit had 2 heights in advance of the entry to the competition with Dylan Nansen, they remain in a tie. In third place currently is Xavier Sauer, who's over 165 but was unsuccessful on his first attempt at 170. Still at least one competitor to come into the competition. Again, if you just want a medal in the hurdles, you can feel free to start making your way to the medal presentation area. We'd like to make sure you present your medals before you leave for lunch.
Yeah.
Coming up at 11:30, we have the combined senior men and U18 boys triple jump competition. We'll be doing athlete introductions very shortly for that. A reminder that our U18 shot put competition is well underway. We'll have a report for that when the first round is complete.
We have no one's measuring tape. So we just stand something in this space. I think it's from the